Something that should have been done a decade ago finally got announced by the Detroit Red Wings this week. They are finally going to retire Sergei Fedorov's iconic number 91 and put it up in the rafters at Little Caesars Arena. But that's not what I want to talk about. When that news broke, they had a great topic on terrestrial sports talk radio. They were talking about what should be the next Detroit athlete to have their number retired when their playing days are done or if they're done now. And one of the hosts had a very controversial answer that I could not possibly disagree with more. He suggested that Matthew Stafford, when he's done playing for the Rams, should have his number 9 retired and hoisted up at Ford Field. I could not possibly disagree with that statement. Did I like Stafford when he was here? Sure. Thought he was a fine quarterback, but I never thought in his entire time here he was one of the 5 best quarterbacks in the NFL at that time. Does he have all of the records in Detroit Lion history? Yes. But how many playoff wins does he have in that over a decade here? 0? Yeah, 0. Jared Goff's been here a quarter of the time, and he has 2 more playoff wins. And I know the Stafford apologists out there will say he never had the coaching staff. He never had the players around him. Except for that guy named Megatron, one of the greatest receivers in NFL history. Yeah, Stafford had him to throw the ball to. So that excuse is out the window. But my favorite is he never had a defense. But just think back. One year they made the playoffs. Detroit had a top 5 defense. And they're in Dallas. Stafford had the ball in the fourth quarter to do one of his patented fourth quarter comebacks. And he went 4 and out. And I know people will say they got screwed by the refs, which they kind of did, but that's semantics. At some point, if you want to be considered a great, you have to put the team on your back and go out and will yourself to victory. He never did that here in Detroit. That alone, to me, should keep him from being in the rafters. But hey, maybe you have a different viewpoint. Let me know in the comments.